that you gave us when you chose the National Unity Platform and when you chose me to be your leader in the new Uganda. Unfortunately, yet again, General Museveni committed a coup against the Constitution and against the people of Uganda. By 6 p.m. on the day of voting, it was very clear across the country that despite the rigging, despite the widespread irregularities, Museveni was defeated resoundingly. From the east to the west, from the north to the south and central, it was very, very clear that the people of Uganda had rejected the Museveni dictatorship and they had chosen a new Uganda. Unfortunately, Museveni is such a poor student of history, including his own history. In a book titled Mission to Freedom, written by himself, Museveni justified his decision to go to the bush and wage a violent war as follows. He said, and I quote, "In December 1980, Ugandans went to the polls. By late afternoon on December 11th, it was clear that UPC and Obote were headed for a resounding defeat. In spite of all the rigging that he had done earlier, it was clear that the UPC was losing. They had rigged right from the start, right from the stages of registration of voters, nomination of candidates, demarcation of electoral boundaries, etc. The UPC was seized with panic. Paulo Muwanga took over the powers of the Electoral Commission. The following day, 12th December 1980, using their control of the national radio, the army, the police, and other state machinery, and backed by the Tanzanian government, Obote and Muwanga announced their coup. Once again, a minority unpopular clique was imposed on the people of Uganda, leaving them with no option but to take up arms in defense of their democratic rights. This was Museveni speaking. This was him. And we are here yet again. Just replace the actors, remove the others, put Museveni, Byabakama, and the like, and it will become alive again. Throughout the campaign period, ladies and gentlemen, people of Uganda generally, and more particularly, my supporters and myself endured untold suffering, torture, degrading and inhuman treatment, and all this was on the orders of General Museveni. This included, but not limited to, the dark days of the 18th and 19th of November, where more than 100 innocent, unarmed citizens of Uganda were murdered. General Museveni would later brag about these cold murders, and his executioner, General Tumwine, indeed said that they were ready to kill some more. He said, "Comply, comply, comply. Cooperate, cooperate, cooperate." Those were his words. He indeed went ahead and said the police has a right to murder citizens. I'm very glad that all this has gone on record, not just by me, but by the entire world. Fellow citizens, when I was nominated to run for president, I informed the nation that this was not just a mere election. I told you that this was a revolution. And I want to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, that the revolution is going on, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will stop this revolution of the people. The regime is desperate to close this chapter and pretend that everything has moved on. But I will tell them today, this is just the beginning. We are removing a dictator, and we are not going to rest until we accomplish this mission. The people of Uganda had every reason to fight for freedom, and now they have an even bigger reason to fight. Their victory was stolen, and they will not give up until they defend their victory, because it was stolen in daylight. The people of Uganda are not fools, and certainly not this generation. Like most national and international bodies have noted, this election was marred with massive irregularities, including state-inspired violence, intimidation, harassment of my supporters, myself, and other opposition candidates. There was a lot of ballot stuffing with pre-ticked ballot papers in favor of General Museveni. There was alteration of declaration of result forms, the confiscation of declaration forms from our agents.